Hey there. So it's been a while since I've done a review video, but today I wanted to bring to you a review of the Landmann EG-II-590. The EG stands for electric grill, so this is an electric barbecue. It's very similar to a gas barbecue in terms of setup. Obviously gas is slowly being phased out. I know it's a number of years off yet, but last year we purchased an electric barbecue. I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. I was much the same. I've always been charcoal based, love a charcoal barbecue, and agreed you still cannot compare the flavour from a charcoal fired barbecue to something like this. With that said, in a busy life with 2 young children, I wanted something that was more convenient in terms of being able to switch it on and cook. And obviously with a charcoal barbecue, 20 minutes, half an hour to warm up the coals, get them to right temperature, so on. I've done some slow cooked meats on there as well, and again, amazing taste, but you're talking 6-7 hours of constantly topping up charcoal and so on. I looked at gas, but as I said, gas is slowly being phased out, and I'm quite keen on finding something that's more environmentally friendly as well. So I started looking at electric barbecues. Last year we brought a Andrew James electric barbecue. It was more like a George Foreman on a stand that goes in your garden. It was fine, it was alright, but it wasn't great. And a year on, the non-stick coating had started to peel off, and luckily I was just in warranty, so I sent that back to Amazon and got a full refund. Looking this year, it seems that electric barbecues have come on quite a way, and there's now a few more choices, still not loads, but there's a few companies that are starting to make a more traditional looking barbecue. So as I said, the EG-II-590 electric grill is the second electric grill from Landmann. They have one that is more of a portable electric barbecue. And this is fantastic if you haven't got any garden space, if you're on a balcony for example, or as I am here today in our lean-to, we've got outside electric, and we're well into barbecue season now. I'm pretty much cooking on this almost every night. Anytime I get an excuse to cook on it, I will. So yeah, I wanted to talk to you about some of the features, the benefits, some of the reviews I've seen online, some of the mistakes that people are perhaps making with some of their comments. One of those being the easiness to clean this barbecue. So a lot of the comments online state that because you've got the elements in the way, you can't get to the, as you'll see, there's an angled sort of drip diffuser underneath the main elements that run off to a drip tray underneath, and a lot of people say that makes it very difficult to clean. The elements in this barbecue simply pull out, making it very easy to clean. It has 2 removable cast iron grill plates, and again, one of the comments on some of the reviews that I've seen are that being an electric barbecue, it takes quite a while to heat up, and if you open the lid you lose that heat very quick. In some respects, yes, that's right, but I would also say that's the same in some regards to a gas barbecue, depending on what you're trying to cook and how you're trying to cook it. I cooked an entire roast on this the other day, and yes, as soon as I opened it to check the temperature of the meat, etc., or turn something, the temperature dropped quite quickly and took a good 10 minutes to come back up to temperature. There's a temperature gauge on the top, and also you get a temperature gauge on the big display panel here. The temperature settings are at 50-degree increments up to 300 degrees. Now I think one of the reasons they give you a cast iron grill plate with this is because once that is heated up, it does a very good job at holding on to that heat. So if you're using it in the traditional sense, burgers, sausages and so on, you can leave this open. I generally have the elements on full whack up at 300 degrees, but you can grill on it like a normal barbecue. It's absolutely fine. I haven't noticed any difference. But with that said, yes, if you close the lid, you keep the heat in, and things do cook a lot quicker. This thing cooks food amazingly. We've cooked all sorts on here, like I say, even an entire roast dinner the other day, and the meat that comes off of this thing is it's just so well cooked. It doesn't dry out. You've got two points here where you can plug in a thermometer. You've got two thermometers. They can go into your joint of meat and will give you a constant temperature readout on here, so you know exactly when your meat is at the right temperature internally without having to continually open the lid. So Landmann are probably aware of some of the minor drawbacks on an electric grill and have really thought about it to combat that. The barbecue has a timer feature as well. With the timer, I was a little bit disappointed by the timer, but how many barbecues have a timer? It's more it comes on at 900 minutes, and you can drop those minutes down. So if you wanted to cook for an hour, you can drop it down to 60 minutes. However, there is no alarm to say that you've reached that time. All that simply happens is it switches the barbecue off. So it's a feature in the sense of, you're not going to overcook something, but the first time I used it, I was expecting to hear a noise and realised sometime later that it hadn't gone off, as in it hadn't made a sound, just the barbecue had turned off and things were starting to get cold. So yeah, just be aware of that. There's a drip tray at the back that you can easily remove to clean as well. And we have a storage compartment at the front that you can see here. This storage compartment has two very nice sized shelves. You can see I've got my tools in here. Friends and family that have been round have all said how nice it cooks food as well. I bought a cast iron skillet as well. You'll see some pictures and some videos as I'm talking about this of some of the foods that we've cooked. Even to the point of the other week we cooked breakfast on there, so I had bacon on the barbecue, and on one side I had the skillet frying some eggs. So it's really versatile. I can plug it in, switch it on, it's on. It's more or less instant heat. If I want to heat up the chamber to use it like an oven, it's 10-15 minutes to get up to around 200 degrees. And it's economical, so in that sense it's much better than gas. Gas is slowly being phased out, so I'm sure we'll start to see more of these sorts of barbecues. We also recently installed solar panels, so at this time of year we're pretty much grilling for free, which is fantastic. The barbecue isn't cheap. Its full RRP here in the UK is £599. I did get this on a pretty good deal. It came in at £380 direct from Landmann. I'm not sure if they'll be running that any kind of deal like that anytime soon, but I have recently seen it at Argos for £480, so there are deals to be had out there as well. So overall, I highly recommend this barbecue from Landmann. Landmann are a German company. They've been going for a very long time. And as I said, I think this is the first of many of this form of grill that we'll start seeing. So, thanks for joining me on this one. If you've liked the video, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and if the channel interests you, why not subscribe? We do lots of travel vlogs, holiday videos, and the odd review, just like you're watching today. So it would be great to have you join us here on the channel. But until next time, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.